Yo, what is up, broskiis? Keanu coming at you with a, topping deck list. I just want to go over a couple things, in regards to this deck list. This is really close to what I used, for the regional event. I had like a whole vlog, for the channel. It was going to be pretty sick. But so the regional I went to, I basically dropped after 3. So what ended up happening, first 2 rounds against Fiendsmith, Yugioh, and I drew, so through 6 games, I went to game 3 in every one. So the first round, game 3, I actually lost in a time because for turn I drew like Cosmic Cyclone, activated it, and couldn't like deal damage or whatever. I chewed through the board, but that's pretty much it. But so basically for the first 6 games I played at that regional tournament, I drew 0 interruption, like 0 breakers. And then for one turn, for one game, I drew Shifter for turn against Fiendsmith Yugioh, and so obviously it did nothing because they were just it was full combo. So and then match 3, I played a Tenpai mirror, and he went second, like, so he won the die roll, made me go first. And we went into time game 3, which is kind of funny because I don't know, when he was playing like match 1, he, like, I don't know why that's so grindy. He was just like doing everything like super slow, like, you know, doing like the whole math, and you know, he would just over, and I'd be like, bro, commit now. And so our first game took like fucking 20 minutes, dude, and then I cooked him game 2 like in like a couple minutes. And then he just, I don't know, it was slow. We drew in match 3, and I gave it to him because I had like 2 losses and a draw. I pretty much had to win out to like have a chance of topping. So I just gave it to him and like headed out. But and the following week, this is like a top 4 OTS thing. Almost the same list except a couple changes. And so I think like results of this deck, like topping super high, can sometimes be like a little misleading. I just think it really depends on like how the die roll goes, you know, matchups, stuff like that. Because like at my locals, like a lot of times, like I just am a historically bad like die roller. I always lose the die roll, and I think I went first like 3 of my matches out of 5, and just, you know, still won. But you know, it is what it is. You play us in a smaller room, everybody knows what you're playing. So when you sit down, you know, you lose die roll, they say you go first, and you got to learn how to play that. So I don't know, I might mess around with this list. I think at bigger events though, if you draw the interruptions, you draw what you need to see, Tempa can go super far because most people want to go first. And if they aren't like table watching, they just don't know what you're playing, and then you're cooking, and then you don't really see. No one knows what you're playing until you get to the top tables at that point. But I've yapped enough, so I'm gonna get into the list. 2 Pydra, 2 Genroku, 3 Trumandra, double Fadra, and 1 Doradora for the dragons. I think this is like perfect. I wouldn't change it. One of the matches I lost at my locals was actually against Fiendsmith Yugioh, and game 1, I just straight up misplayed. I don't know why I didn't think Wave King Caesar. I had taken care of everything else, and I had like engine in my hand, but I didn't know Wave King Caesar could negate the Kaiman, which like really sucked. And I could have went into, I had Kaiman, and I think that was it. But I had every other card in my hand like broke the board except the one Caesar. And then we had to go to game 2. And then game 2, I drew my power filters and like no engine through like two turns, and then that was just enough for him to find his cosmic. So, but I like this ratio a lot. Doradora is kind of crazy. Triple summoning. This field spell is broken. If it went to 1, I would still play this deck. If it went to 1 and terraforming was banned, I would still play this deck. This card's crazy. It literally does everything. I don't even think I have to explain it at this point. Kaiman's a pretty dumb card as well. Obviously it's your Rhoda, and your battle phase is essentially an E-Telly. This into Genroku just feels unfair. It's just crazy. Dora Dora into Genroku just feels like kind of dumb. You know, so it's kind of crazy. But I wouldn't change these ratios at all, obviously. This is almost standard at this point. Some people still run 3 Pydra. A lot of people run 1 Fadra. I'm just not ever going to cut Fadra down to 1. I feel like that's a recipe for a disaster. Vistio Magma gets into an engine on your opponent's turn. So, you know, especially against like Fiendsmith, Yubel, Snake Eyes, you just hit something, in phase effect, go get your engine. You can go into Genroku, tribute off to Genroku on their end phase, you know, get your Pydra, search your Kaiman. It's just gonna be GG's. Because most of the time you have like plenty of breakers in your hand. 2 Phantasme. This card's actually kind of nuts to draw off of Mulcharmy. I main decked them. I actually did this against like the White Forest deck. Ended up losing that match to Secret Villages Spellcasters. That was kind of crazy. Actually, game 1 I lost because he had Artifact Ignition or whatever, and that skips your battle phase if you destroy it. I dustered, skipped my battle phase, but it was still like an insane game. And then game 2, he full comboed in the Secret Villages Spellcaster, and I had 5 spell cards in my hand. So that was hilarious. But I would not change this. And even though I lost that match, I thought the deck did exactly what I needed to in the triple hand perm to round out the hand traps. So as you see, 9 hand traps, not overly saturated with them. I think that's a perfect amount. Triple Prosperity. Sometimes I wish this card would go ahead and get hit to 1, because then it would open up like more deck space, or like what you want to like, more cards you would want to put in it. Like, you know, if this deck got hit to like, if this got hit to 1, I could like put in more Doors, or put in like another Pydra, or put in more breakers, or, you know, just opens it up. But like as of now, like this card's just kind of like, it's kind of a standard card. Not for the breakers. I guess you could, this is like 3 pseudo breakers. Triple Droplet, Triple Dark Hole. This card put in work. Double Talents, Double Storm, 1 Duster. I believe Lightning Storm Duster is pretty standard. Obviously Potter Prosperity. This card is needed to get over Chaos Angel and the White Forest like toy box deck. Otherwise, like I don't think Tenpai can get over it. You just can't, because you just can't. And then talents just to help you find your stuff. So help you find another breaker, or draw 2 more cards, or look at their hand, make sure you can play through Ash, but they don't Ash your Kaiman in the battle phase. But I love this ratio. This deck is a little harder to play at my locals, just because, like I said, you know, after match 1, you know, you win round 1, everybody knows what you're playing, and then the next 3-4 rounds you have to go first every time. But outside of that, big events, this is where it's at. That's the list. So for the extra, I play 1. Well, I guess 1 striker for the SP, obviously. 1 Heavenly Spheres, 1 SP, 1 Dark, the Dark Charmer, 1 Hida, the Fire Charmer, 1 Promethean Princess, 1 Solomon Great Raging Phoenix, 1 World Sea Dragon Zealantis. Obviously, as you know, this is a good card to go in turn 1. This is a good card. Obviously, Sil's Pass is like, you know, kind of dumb. I actually won the mirror just by going Sil's Pass. I don't know. He just didn't have the stuff. He didn't have the stuff. I had I don't know. It was kind of crazy. But this package is literally for just chewing through Deep Barrier, obviously. 1 Rotary Rose kills Fiendsmith. Yubel kills Snake Eyes, just banish to their graveyard. And then even if you don't kill them, if you get rid of a lot of their names, kind of makes it hard. Trident Dragon. People that play Unicorn rip this out immediately, because this hits, it's just game. 1 Tenpai, Transcendent Dragon, Bident Dragon at 2. Samurai Destroyer, you need this card. It just chews through Yugioh. It just chews through it. It just, God, this card's fucking nuts. And then 1 Black Rose to board wipe. And that's pretty much it for this one. Like I said, like the ratio in this, I don't know how many more times I'll be playing this at locals, just because at this point, like, you know, kind of tired of like opponents having perfect knowledge. But I'll go over like the side. This side is a little bit different because I figured like people are going to start picking up Tempai, just depending on what happens with the ban list. 3 contact C, because at the regional I expected to run into a lot of mirrors. Actually, I thought I was going to start running into mirrors at locals. This card's kind of dumb. It's a 6. When your opponent normal special summons a monster, so they go Hydra. You can special summon this card from your hand to the opponent's field in defense. This card's controller cannot fusion synchro, exceed, or link summon unless they use this card. So if they bring down a level 3 Hydra, at that point all they can go into a 9, and typically they don't have a 9, so they would have to link it off. And they can't, even if they had Chunger, they can't go into Transcendent, because you need a non-tuner dragon monster and a tuner. So this kind of locks them up. The only thing they could do is link off an SP, and then at that point they would have to have pretty much like the Kaiman already, or they would, you know, whatever. Or I mean, they would search off that, but more likely you might have a hand trap to follow up. Crossout Designator for the mirror, or sometimes for D-Barrier. Even though we don't really care about D-Barrier that much, like we know they're coming in like game 2 and 3, so we just like get ready to go into our Link OTK play. But this is like crazy in the mirror. Like this card's just dumb in the mirror. I was running 3 Cyclones. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yeah, I was running like 2 more Cyclones. I've taken some out for like another deck, but I was running something like that, or I had like Thrust in here. So this is a little broken. So there should be like two I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 would be another Cyclone. 3 Power Filter makes 11, and then 12, 13, and then I had like 2 Thrust, but I moved it over to my Cashier deck, because I'll probably play Cashier next week. Just waiting on the ban list. So obviously it's going hand in hand. Power Filter's crazy. Yugioh, you just extend the handshake if they don't draw the Cyclone. Singing Kaiho, this saved me against Exodia. They special. They brought out like 3. What did they do? I let them. So I think I did it like immediately. So like I had Hydra out, and then they went 2 of the dudes are like the shield and then the rock golem dude, and then I just Kaiho'd, and then you're just like, okay, well, you know, go to main phase 2, finish your combo. You're sitting on 1 negate and, you know, hand trap, and I'm just gonna shoot through that. So this card's nuts. This is actually kind of main deck worthy, I'm not gonna lie. But that's what it is. That's pretty much it for this one. Remember, like the video if you like the video, comment down below what you would change. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if you want to see that vlog next time, or some feature matches from the OTS. But yeah, we'll see you next time, broskiis.